3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 1008. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, you can do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So somebody here might feel like they need a little more freedom in their life or a little more independence. Maybe you need more breathing room from somebody who feels overbearing, or just responsibilities that feel too controlling. And I did just hear a siren outside. Usually when I do, it's a sign about paying attention, the universe and your spirit guides wanting to bring attention to something, and in this case it is this feeling of wanting to be more free and or wanting to be more independent. So if that resonates for you, perhaps this reading is meant for you. It could even be about being more independent from the government or corrupt systems, government or not. So getting into interpreting the number 1008, before I get into the cards, the number 1 is about trusting yourself. It can also be about trusting myself, and for me, I feel that this feeling of wanting to be more free or independent, it feels like it comes from an honest place, and if you agree, I encourage you to trust yourself and how you feel and the decisions that you're making. If you are trying to create a life that is more free and independent, actually it's really, really important that you do trust yourself. I believe that that is one of the best ways to be more free and more independent, less dependent on what other people think, what the system thinks, whatever resonates for you. Being free might be more about being more true to who you are and what you believe is right, what you believe life should be like. The zeros, which there are 2 of them, represent a journey that of course has a beginning and an end, or it could be some sort of cycle that you are working through. I really wouldn't doubt if you are working your way out of a cycle, an unhealthy one, whether it's a relationship or a way of thinking or living or whatever it may be for you. I just saw the number 321 on the timer as I just peeked down at it, and I saw, or that number means to trust that everything happens for a reason. You feel called to free yourself from more restrictive or controlling relationships or situations for a reason. Other than you deserve it, it definitely feels like there is a sense of purpose here, and I'm just now remembering what all of these numbers are going to add up to, which I will get to. The number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. I'm really getting this imagery of a snake shedding its skin. But the snake isn't, I'm pretty sure I do have it at the end of my video in that ad. But in this case, the snake shedding its skin is not, there's no like evil feeling, or maybe there is something here about temptation and you are giving in less to that. Being tempted to stay in relationships that don't serve you, or situations that don't serve you and your highest good, your well-being, and even that of the collective. Whatever you're letting go, finding acceptance for, trust that this loss is happening for a reason, and you are making room for better and for more. More liberating, that's the word. More liberating relationships and situations that allow you to just be who you are and respect your worth and what you deserve. Adding up these numbers now, 1 plus 0 is still 1, plus 0 is still 1, plus 8 is 9. And the number 9 is all about purpose and helping the world be what no longer works. So if you do feel led by a sense of purpose, there is confirmation of that. Regardless, never forget that whatever you're letting go is a reflection of humanity as a whole. Letting go. This is bigger than you. Everything you do is bigger than you because of how connected we all are. And I think your spirit guides want you to, they wanted you to know or trust something, but I forgot what it was. Oh, I just think they really want you to be proud of yourself for making the right sacrifices, transforming as a person, and transforming your reality that reflects this transformation you have undergone or are currently undergoing. You might, experience a little uncomfortable or unnatural, but that's okay. You will get better at using your voice and standing up for yourself and saying no and saying yes to the right people and the right opportunities. Just be very patient with yourself and your own personal healing journey. I think above all, that is what the universe and your spirit guides want for you to do, is to be patient and be kind to yourself. And pay attention too, because I do think that your spirit guides do send you signs and messages to help you stay focused and to help you keep trust and faith in this journey, or whatever journey feels significant for you. I'm just laughing because I did say that the number 0 can be about a specific journey. So whatever is on your mind that you feel resonates in terms of like a journey, this is confirmation to trust that journey. Especially if you feel led by a sense of purpose. And if you don't, honestly, I feel like you are still leading with a sense of purpose, but you may not be aware of it. Maybe you might not be aware of the impact that you are currently having for better. I might take that if it resonates though. To finish up this reading by drawing out a bunch of random cards from these box of cards, I thought what inspired the messages in the beginning of this video about freedom and independence is I was feeling for the last video that I'm going to record this week, I'm just going to do something a little less structured, especially because the reading before this one, it was all about feeling frustrated and tired. Maybe that one could be significant for you, but it just felt right and it felt good to do a reading that is less structured and more spontaneous and maybe even more fun. So let's go ahead and draw the first card. What a great card to start with. You deserve it. You deserve it to be more free, to be more independent, to release anyone and everything that does not serve your well-being or honestly even respect your worth and what you deserve. You deserve to be more free and to be more independent and to be more honest in how you express yourself and more aligned with who you truly are. That is exactly what you deserve, to have a life that is aligned with who you truly are and attracts people and opportunities that respect and support who you truly are. You deserve to live an honest life, is what I'm really, really feeling from this card. Let's go ahead and get the next one. Perfect. Don't control what you cannot. We have the number 28. 2 plus 8 is 10. And the number 10, there's two messages. That's confirmation of the presence of your spirit guides, whether it's currently in the room that you're in or in this reading with me and you. And it's also about trusting yourself. So I really feel your spirit guides coming through to push the message about trusting yourself very, very strongly, focusing on what you can't or can control, and letting go of what you can't is really one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Even though we'll still have our days where we're frustrated and tired and sick of waiting or doing the right thing, ultimately in the long run, it always, in my opinion and my belief, pays off to do the right thing, to be honest, to treat yourself how you deserve to be treated. I think the most important best friend in your life is yourself. You deserve to be your own best friend before you seek out other relationships, other friendships, other best friends. Let's go and get the next one. There could definitely be a significant friendship that is important for you to release, someone that you thought was your best friend, but turns out was not, as you started to change and grow as a person for the better. And even if it's hard, it's okay to let go and to walk away. So the next card has two sides. I'm going to start with the side that says, I'm so overwhelmed that I feel speechless. This is actually interesting because we're talking about all about expressing yourself, and I'm being reminded of when I said it might feel a little uncomfortable, unnatural to express yourself, and it definitely could be that you're feeling overwhelmed. You don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, and that's okay. You don't absolutely need to know right now in this moment. Just give yourself some time to process the overwhelmed, and I believe that naturally the answers, the words, will come to you. And on the other side we have, depends on how you move forward, which always, this card a lot of the times is a reminder of your choices. Your future largely depends on how you move forward. And I just saw the number 222, which could be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that you're connected to, that maybe this is the journey that I was talking about, or this relationship is somehow related to this journey. Number 2 is also about choices and prioritizing what means the most to you. That's just confirmation to do what you have already been doing. Aligning your life with what means the most to you, which seems to be being more true to who you are, being more honest and authentic about what you think and what you feel and what you believe. Your own choices. Yeah. Because I already said that the number 2 can be about choices and priorities. It can also be about balance. So if you are trying to create more balance within yourself and ultimately within your own life, trust that drive, that desire. And I did see the number 321 again on the timer as I'm recording the second part of this video, which is, of course, as always, as it was before, to whatever or whoever you feel called to let go or walk away from. It's definitely happening for a reason, and you probably know, even if you feel like, oh, well, I don't know, I just feel called to do it. I really think if you think about it hard enough, search deep down enough, you will know why you feel called to walk away. Maybe even it's just your instincts. Maybe that's why it's hard to understand or describe, or to find the words. Maybe there is a relationship here or a situation that you do feel called to walk away from, but you don't know what to say. You're like, I don't feel safe here, or I don't feel aligned here, and I just need to let go and walk away. And sometimes you don't have to describe yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. You can say no in this context without explanation. And if it's a person, maybe you could be like, I need some space to understand how I feel so I can communicate that to you. Maybe that could be helpful. temporarily having some space so you can find the words. The next card is I choose to focus on the good because I believe what I want is already mine. We have the number 999 and 222. And as we already said before, number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. Just confirmation of what we already talked about with that number. Same with the number 222. If you do see those numbers, definitely pay attention. I do have a reading coming up, 1010, that I encourage you to watch if you feel called to. The reason why is because we had the number 10 here, and for me, when I see the number 1010, especially on a clock, that is always a message about my spirit guides being present or nearby. And so maybe in that reading, 1010, your spirit guides might have an important message for you, but like I said, only watch that reading if you feel called to. It's very possible that there's not a message in there for you. So you trust yourself, like I've already been talking about, and do what you feel called to do. The next card has 2 sides. We have the month of December. This could have been last year, maybe it's upcoming this year, maybe it was 10 years ago. Only take it if it resonates. And we have what is reality, what is real, what is not real, what is honest, and what is a lie. We have the number 56, which adds up to 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. There's definitely a relationship here, at the very least, for somebody that is hard to let go because you don't know what to say, but you feel this, like, repulsion. And I just say trust yourself. Trust your instincts. You don't have to explain your instincts and how your body is trying to keep you safe. Maybe there is a relationship or situation here that generally does feel dishonest. And I'm being reminded of the snake. And in this context, it definitely doesn't feel good. Maybe there is a snake here that sheds its skin. And that could mean somebody transforms as a person, changes as a person. Maybe this was you at one point who wasn't as honest, and now you're transforming to be more honest. Or there's another person who could transform to be more honest, as inspired by your own honesty. Only take what resonates. Let's go ahead and get the next card. We have an affirmation. We have the number 4 on this card. It says, I accept all bad things that happen because I understand that the world needs light and dark to be balanced. The number 4 is about emotional and physical, mental, spiritual stability. It is connected to your ancestors. So I do think that your ancestors, like specifically from the presence of your spirits, are encouraging you to create a reality and relationships that are more stable and secure and do make you feel safe. This card is clearly encouraging you to accept that loss. It feels like the darkness in this card that's being spoken about is loss, and it's essential to a transformation for the better. Whether it's within you or changes in your life, as hard as loss can be, once you find closure with it and everything feels normal again, which it will, you'll be happy that you did. You'll feel safer and more free and independent like you want. At least that's what I believe. Let's get the last card here. This card, I can see how it can be frustrating sometimes. It's frustrating, but it's also feels a little playful at the same time. It says leave it up to the universe. So again, I feel like you're really being called to put a lot of trust in yourself, in your faith, in your choices, in the sense of purpose, and where you feel guided, and what choices you feel called to make, what you feel called to do. I love how in the beginning of this reading we started with don't control with what you cannot, not focusing on what's outside of your control, and ending with leaving it up to the universe, being focused on letting the universe handle what is not within our control. So it could be very painful or scary to let go of someone or something. And I think that's really why the universe wants you to trust that it's happening for a reason. You are capable and strong enough to handle it. Even if you struggle to express yourself and to find the words, you don't need validation from whoever or whatever you're walking away from. All you need is trust and faith in yourself and in the universe and what you believe. Is there anything else that I can get from this? It does feel like there's a lot of unknowns. And the number 1 in 1008 feels significant, as well as the message to, well, number 1 is about trusting yourself, and then the message from the number 8 about trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. If you feel this sense of purpose, I feel like trusting isn't that hard for you. But if it is, I really encourage you to reflect on that and to understand if the doubt is more about yourself or the world, other people, the higher power that you may or may not believe in, so that you can learn how to have more trust. Because you deserve it. You deserve to feel secure in who you are and in your own environment. It may even be good for you to focus on your root chakra, whether it's a meditation or just learning about it. That might be helpful or important for you. And I just saw the number 234 on the timer, which will be the last message here: to trust that everything happens for a reason. You are being called to focus on what you can control for a reason, to trust that in what you deserve for a reason, in your own decisions, and even what you choose to focus on. It's important that you trust that what you want is already out there waiting for you to align with it. You're questioning reality for a reason. And I think that's why the universe doesn't want you to expect doesn't want you to expect yourself to know everything and to leave what you can't control up to the universe. You feel called to accept this loss or losses for a reason.